Wood rots. It twists, it swells, and it crumbles under rain, snow, and constant exposure to the elements. Yet, when archaeologists uncover Viking ships, farmhouses, or fence posts buried for centuries, they often find timbers that look almost impervious to time. How did the Vikings accomplish this in an era without modern sealants, plastics, or chemical treatments? The answer lies in a method so ingenious, so simple, and so overlooked that it has been nearly forgotten. But it still works perfectly today. This wasn't a shortcut or magic. It was applied knowledge, born from centuries of observation and necessity. Understanding how Vikings protected their wood offers not only a glimpse into their mastery, but also practical techniques that anyone building outdoors can still use to preserve timber for decades. Vikings use controlled heat to strengthen soft wood. The first step in the Viking anti-rot process was slow, controlled heating of timber. Softwoods like pine, spruce and fir are naturally vulnerable to moisture and fungal attack, but the Vikings learned that carefully applied heat could transform these woods. They would place beams, planks or stakes near embers or low flames until the surface began to darken, and resins within the wood migrated to the outer layers. This method hardened the grain, removed excess moisture, and reduced shrinkage, creating wood that resisted warping. Modern applications of this technique are straightforward. Take a plank or beam, dry it thoroughly, and expose it to low, steady heat. Rotate the wood regularly to ensure even treatment. The surface should develop a deep, warm colour as the resins rise. This process does more than darken the wood. It fundamentally changes its structure, producing a timber that is far more durable in outdoor conditions. Heat alone wasn't enough. The Vikings combined it with natural resin from pine or fir. Resin acts as a natural barrier against water, fungi and insects, filling the wood's cellular structure and creating a protective layer within the timber. Archaeological evidence shows Viking ship planks and house beams, treated with resin, maintained their integrity for centuries, resisting rot even when buried in wet soil or submerged in water. To replicate this, one can collect pine resin or purchase traditional pine rosin. Warm it slightly to make it viscous, then apply it to the preheated wood. Rub or brush it in so that it penetrates the grain. For outdoor projects like fence posts, garden beds or tool handles, this simple step creates wood that is far more resistant to decay than untreated timber. Vikings sometimes enhanced wood by soaking it in tannin or mineral-rich water. Timber posts and tools were immersed in water rich in tannins, peat, or minerals to strengthen fibres and reduce susceptibility to rot. Tannins bind to cellulose in wood, making it less digestible to fungi, while minerals fill cellular gaps and reinforce the structure. Archaeologists have found posts submerged in bogs or streams, showing remarkable preservation, even after hundreds of years. For modern builders, a practical approach is to soak resin-treated wood in strong oak bark or acorn water for several days or weeks. This step further hardens the wood and enhances its natural defences. Posts, stakes and structural timbers prepared this way can endure conditions that would destroy ordinary pine or spruce. Sealing wood with tar or oils completed the Viking anti-rot strategy. After heating, resin treatment and soaking, timbers were coated with pine tar, linseed oil or other natural sealants. This step locked moisture out, secured the protective layers, and created a breathable, water-resistant surface. Ships, longhouses, and even outdoor furniture all benefited from this final layer. A practical modern application is simple. Once the treated wood has cooled, apply a coat of heated pine tar or boiled linseed oil. Allow it to soak in, then repeat if necessary. The result is wood that is highly water-resistant, insect-repellent, and remarkably durable, even when exposed to rain, snow, and soil. The Viking method was a combination of observation, patience, and ingenuity. What makes this method extraordinary is its simplicity and universality. Vikings had no synthetic chemicals, no pressure treatments, and no industrial coatings, yet they created timber that could survive centuries outdoors. The combination of slow heating, resin treatment, mineral soaking, and sealing was both sustainable and effective. It required patience, attention to detail, and an understanding of the materials, but the results were extraordinary. Modern builders, survivalists, and homesteaders can adopt this method today. For outdoor posts, beams, tool handles, or garden structures, following the Viking approach can extend the life of timber far beyond what is possible with untreated wood. The process is entirely natural, environmentally friendly, and highly effective. If you appreciate ancient craftsmanship, practical survival wisdom, and the secrets that allowed the Vikings to thrive, subscribe to Echoes of Valor. Share this video with fellow history enthusiasts and makers so these ancient techniques can continue to inspire and protect wood in the modern world.